Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I want to talk about a phenomenon that happens quite a lot, and especially in industries or verticals where there's not a ton of competition and there's not a ton of good results. But sometimes people see things that are ranking that they feel should not rank, and they wonder why. Why are these sites, which are clearly inferior to other sites, maybe your site, um, these other sites are outranking yours? Why does that happen? And the question, there is a question that I saw on a forum a while back, and this one says, today I did a Google search for jewelry portfolio San Francisco, and a site comes up number one on page one before the maps that is not secured, so it doesn't have HTTPS. It's not mobile friendly. It has very little textual content. The photo captions are the main content, and the meta description is repeated on each page. Fascinating that this still happens. Yes, it does. So very recently, I had a client where they were trying to rank for a bunch of terms, and some of the search terms that they were on, page two when we started. And there is another site that was pretty much dominating um, some of these terms, and they were ranking in the top, three, top five for like a lot of these terms. And their site was fit this same description, where it's older looking site, not HTTPS secured, no SSL certificate, not mobile friendly, all this stuff that this person's saying, same thing. Some keyword stuffing stuff, almost no textual, um, almost no text content. It was pretty much like photos, stuff like that, but still ranking very high. So I'm going to show you what this particular site, this Jewelry Portfolio San Francisco site, what's ranking. And let's see what we can kind of discover, because sometimes this happens too when Google is not 100% sure of what people are searching for when they're typing in a certain phrase. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean, because this is a situation that I have encountered. Okay, so if we look at Jewelry Portfolio San Francisco, now one thing that you're going to notice here, these are ads up at the top, these shopping results. One thing that's very interesting to me is you see these little cases. I guess these carry jewelry around. These are called like jewelry portfolios. This is the only place in the top 10 where you're going to see this sort of thing. So these are sponsored results. And all these things are called jewelry portfolios. But the funny thing is in the actual organic results, you're not going to see one result in the top 10 that has these sorts of things. So that's why I'm saying, like, Google is not 100% clear on what people want. I'm going to show you. So the number one result, not this one. The number one result, this is the page that this person is talking about. Richard Matzinger Commercial Product Photography. And this is the site. It just has photos of, like, here's the photography of the jewelry. And, it's got some other pages on here. It's got the rates, the home page, contacts, ceramics and glass, sculpture products. Not a lot on this page. It's not mobile friendly. You can see right here that up top here, not secure, but it's ranking number one. So I ran this through Ahrefs, and this particular page has like a URL rank, and keep in mind that's Ahrefs proprietary metric. It's not how Google sees it. But any of these tools, this is basically like their own proprietary stuff. It's not exactly how Google sees it, but it's got no backlinks, no referring domains. The domain rating is 12. Let's see. what the actual homepage of this is, if it even has links. So it's got 4 domains linking to it. It's only got 44 backlinks. So really not much here. DPI World says probably software and database development for online applications and systems. Okay, so a couple other ones. Hot Frog. I mean, nothing really to speak of here. Larry Ulrich. Okay, this is number 1. So product photography. So the search intent for this number 1 result is people who want to get their jewelry products, get a photo of it. So I don't know what the person in the Word document that we were looking at, I don't know what they're trying to rank for or what they expect to see. But let's take a look at what else is up here. So number 2, and I did look these up on mobile, by the way. On mobile, this Richard Matzinger site also ranks number 1, and it's pretty much the same results once you get down out of the top 5 or the top 4 and then the map. Beyond that, it's mostly the same sites. They're just kind of switched around the order, but the top 3 or 4 is exactly the same. Okay, so let's look at this second one. So this is April Higashi Jewelry. And okay, so there's these things that are, I don't know what this is. It's a photo of jewelry, I guess, and then there's like little numbers in this text. It's very hard to read. Go back and watch a video we did on accessibility and color contrast. I can barely read this. So I guess these are different things. I don't know. Looks like you're supposed to click on here, but I don't know what's supposed to happen. So these are different things. There's just a portfolio of different jewelry. So, okay, I'm guessing that she makes jewelry and sells it. And this is a portfolio of different jewelry that they make and sell, I guess. All right, not very clear. Not a lot of textual content here either. Not a lot to go on. Not a lot different, but this is a different intent, I think, than the other thing, right? Let's see. Contemporary art jeweler, curator, and gallery owner. Okay, so she's an exhibitor of jewelry work to highlight the inspiring work of fellow jewelry artists. So she makes jewelry and then she has a gallery to highlight this stuff, other people, I guess. That's what's up. Okay, so, all right. So it's a portfolio of jewelry she's made, okay? So keep that in mind. That's 2 different search intents so far. So Gaia, I'm saying this wrong. Goya Shannon. I know I'm saying that wrong. Anyway, let's see what this is. It's going to take forever to load, it looks like. Okay, so that's taking forever to load. While we wait for that to load, let's look at the number 4 result. So Blink Incorporated Jewelry Photography. So again, repeated. Okay, what's this? This is like a naked person. What the hell? Okay. That's it. Okay, so earrings, bracelets, necklaces, and more. Shoot your jewelry photos at our professional studio. Okay, there we go. Our soft and clean lighting is perfect for metals and gems. So this is a jewelry photography. So this is the same thing as the number 1 result. So that's the same. Okay, so this number 3 result loaded finally. So this is, okay, so this is selling jewelry. Says not a lot of context here, but it appears to be an e-commerce shop. Okay, so it says portfolio is the page here. It looks like. So they make jewelry and sell jewelry. Okay, so that's e-commerce. That's photos. This is photos. Okay, so jewelry shoot. This is farther down. Uh, yeah, okay, so that's number 5. Jewelry photographer, Bay Area. So that's 3 jewelry photographers so far. So this is a portfolio, and you notice there's not a lot. There's not really a lot of description here. This is basically, yeah, it's got a SSL certificate, and it's got photos. But this doesn't all have any major description either. There's no other pages that are really all that much better than this, except for being mobile friendly and having an SSL. They're all basically the same, but just a okay. Now here's some text way down here. Our process. Why hire us as your jewelry photographer? So maybe this might deserve to rank a little bit higher, but what would it take to get it there? So it's got 74 domains pointing at it. It's got 189 backlinks. This one, domain rating is, a little bit less, but they're really not that much different as far as like the domain rating, as far as like the link strength. Let's look at what domains are actually linking to this. So this probably might deserve to rank a little bit higher. Um, some of the things: shot kit, photographer select, handmadeology, gem gossip. I mean, these are all jewelry sites. So that site, over time, this might go a little higher. It's got some description at the top here. Better product photography. So we can pretty much say that out of the top 5, we've got 3 that are jewelry photographers. So Google is most confident that when people Google jewelry portfolio San Francisco, that is what they're looking for. Because out of the top 5, 3 of them are that so far. Okay, so this is a portfolio, the Golden Eye. This looks like custom jewelry. Here's a portfolio of stuff that they've created using client stones or one-of-a-kind stones from our collection. So this is a portfolio of jewelry that they've made, and that's the second time that you've seen that intent in the top 6. So, or actually the third. Yeah, so that's the only other thing that Google thinks this could be so far. Let's look at this Pudco portfolio items. You notice, like, and this says portfolio here. Portfolios in the title tag here, or it's in the URL. Gift Center and Jewelry Mart, Pacific Union Development Company. So this is a building. So this is architecture portfolio, and there's only photos here. So this is a mismatch to the search intent, but because it had Jewelry Mart in here, then Google, and it's in San Francisco, right? So Google's putting it up there. So Google's not as omnipotent as you think. Google is putting this up here, and it's got nothing to do with jewelry except the building is the Jewelry Mart and Gift Center in San Francisco. But it's obviously an architectural site or land development company. All right, so that's a mismatch. Okay, so Jade Galore. Let's take a look at this. Jewelry and watch company. Looks like they make. See, it says portfolio of fine Swiss timepieces. They're looking for words that match in there. Portfolio is not in the title tag, but it says portfolio right there. Are they in San Francisco? Really don't know. Let's find out. Yep, they're in San Francisco. Okay, so that's why. They had the word portfolio in that page. Okay, Cartier, Shawmut Design and Construction. So again, here's the thing where jewelry portfolio, this is the second land development, architectural, interior design This is obviously a portfolio of architectural design for different buildings in San Francisco. So Cartier, Graph Diamonds, Tiffany and Company. You can see why Google would be confused by this, right? Because it knows Tiffany and Company, Graph Diamonds, Cartier. These are all jewelry. So portfolio, retail, jewelry. These are all things by this design and construction company. But again, that's a mismatch to maybe what the person expects to see. But there's 2 of those results in the top 10. So let's look at the last one. Handcrafted jewelry. Okay. So this is handcrafted jewelry in San Francisco. So out of the top 10, what you're really seeing is, I want you to notice too that most of these pages don't have a lot of text content. Not really. This one's the e-commerce store, right? It's got some content. This is like a good, site. But, this is for people trying to buy jewelry. I don't know what jewelry portfolio is supposed to return, but Google obviously believes that it's supposed to return jewelry product photography because there's 1, 2, 3 in the top 5. And then there's also 1, 2, 3 custom jewelry or jewelry design in the top 6. And then we got 1, 2 architectural design of jewelry stores or jewelry buildings in San Francisco in the top 10. And then rounding out the top 10, we've got this one, the custom jewelry, and then also like another e-commerce store. But clearly, there's nothing that's like really blowing this, this site away as far as what people are trying to find. I mean, the best thing that I can say to this is, like I said, how I dealt with this before with the other client that I had is how we elevated above the other site that was up in the top 3 and the top 5 for certain terms is basically we redesigned the site, built out like different pages to highlight some of the different offerings that company had, and we did some very basic link building and made it very clear like who we were serving, what we did, but also analyzed like some of the other sites out there in the world on Google that were ranking for certain things and tried to produce pages that were close to that. So as far as, ranking for jewelry portfolio, there's not a lot to go on here. There's nothing that's super blowing away like anything else. I mean, Jewelry Shoot, it does have a lot of sites pointing at it. It is the same thing as this. So, I mean, maybe it's going to take a little time for this site to come up a little bit higher. As far as that, is there a separate portfolio page here? It says jewelry product photography, affordable pricing nationwide via mail. If you wanted this to come up a little bit higher for portfolio, putting portfolio in the title tag might be all you really need to do because it's already in the top 5. And as you mentioned, this is, it does have some of these other things. It's a more modern looking site than this. But when people come to this, they know that if they're trying to get product photography, there's only a few places to choose from. This place is here too. But I don't know. I don't know what people are expecting to find. That's the thing. Google has to go by what pages have performed well in the past as far as that. So, if you're trying to sell these things, maybe this is not how people referred to these little carrying cases for jewelry. if that's what you're trying to sell and that's what you expect to see. If you're selling custom jewelry, then you might be able to get number one, but I think Google doesn't know whether people are trying to buy custom jewelry or if they're wanting to get a photographer for custom jewelry, for product photography for jewelry. And I think that's part of the issue with this particular term. It's not clearly defined. So this site, over the course of time, has probably got positive user signals as far as people find what they're looking for on this, and they probably do business from booking people off of this site. So, another site probably could come and knock this down, but, until it does, it's going to remain number one. So you really have to go above and beyond as much as you can, like with this site, and make it clear. Yeah, that's all I can say. As far as like not having HTTPS or having a not mobile friendly site, I mean, obviously you're going to want a mobile friendly site and you're going to want to have HTTPS. Those are examples of low hanging fruit. But those aren't the only considerations for ranking. So I mean, it would depend on like what the product or the service is that you're trying to sell. But as it stands, the only two things that really have a chance at number one would be custom jewelry or jewelry product photography, and that's really it. If it's anything outside of that, I don't think it has a chance at number one. There's just not a lot of choices that Google has for this. Or there would be something else up here. Hope that makes sense. It's just my drive-by analysis of this. My name's John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here every single day making videos on SEO. I'll be back tomorrow. I appreciate everybody that's come on and subscribed, commented, and watched these videos recently. I really appreciate it. That's it for now. Until next time. Peace.